Hi, my name is Andrew Legrand. I'm an attorney with the Spare Law Group in New Orleans, Louisiana. And a question we're getting asked a lot right now is how do I find out if the property I want to short term rent is legal for a short term rental license in New Orleans? And so I wanted to create this video to show you how you could look that up and determine that for yourself. So we're going to start out by going to property.nola.gov. And this is the city's property viewer. And we're going to type in the address for the property and click search. And we'll drop down into the property itself. And there's all sorts of information here. We can open the assessor page to see purchase price and who owns it and what their address is and that sort of thing. But what we want to look for at the moment is zoning. And we'll make a note of this MU2 and we'll click this to open up in a new tab. And what that's going to do is this is going to take us to the zoning page for that particular zoning district. And so you can read through this and get a better understanding of what the city is attempting to do with the zoning ordinance and what type of uses should go in there. But what you really want to do is scroll down for this table. Each zoning use is going to have this permitted and conditional use. And so what we want to do is look for our particular zoning. So we mentioned this is MU2. We want to look at MU2. And so it's worth it to quickly note that a bed and breakfast and a short-term rental are not the same thing. But that's not really the purpose of the video. So we're going to scroll down and find short-term rental. Most of you are really interested in that and not bed and breakfast. But you can use these same concepts to look at the bed and breakfast laws and see which one you'd rather do. So you come down to short-term rental and you see under MU2, it's permitted. There's a P here. There's either a P, a C, or a blank. So under residential uses, you'll see there's short-term rental large, short-term rental small. And then scrolling down under commercial uses, there's also going to be short-term rental commercial, P. So that means that at least in this zoning district, this operation is permitted. On a scale, the easiest thing to get is a permitted license. That means you're allowed to do whatever this use is in that zoning district, as long as you fill out the right forms and have some of the other requirements. It's going to be the easiest way to get a permit. Conditional use is a little bit of a higher process. You have to actually go in front of the city council and request that the city council allow you to do what you're trying to do in that district. So if we want to open up a retail sale of packaged alcoholic beverages in this MU2, that's a conditional use, and we have to go in front of the city council, and the city council literally has to pass a law to allow us to open up a retail sale of packaged alcoholic beverages store. A liquor store is another way of saying that. And then if it's blank, that means you literally have to get the law changed at an even higher level. So on a scale, permitted is the easiest. Conditional is, it's not really medium, it's hard. And then blank is probably very hard. So there's not really a medium line there. It goes from easy to hard to very hard is the way to think about this. So the next thing we're going to want to do is look at the zoning standards. So you'll see over here on this line, it's 20.3.LL. And up here, it also says 20.3.LL. So we can come on the left over here and expand use standards and expand 20.3. And we scroll down to LLL. And we can open that. I've got actually this open another tab. And you'll want to read through this and be familiar with what these zoning standards are. These are some of the other requirements that go into having a short-term rental in this particular standard. You'll find that some places allow only commercial, some places only allow residential. So you're going to have to kind of sift through what your particular chart allows and then apply it to this. So the general applies to any short-term rental, and then the commercial standards, and then there's residential standards, and then there's a small standard, and then there's a large standard. So you're going to want to look and read through this whole section 20.3.LL and figure out which particular standard applies to the property that you're viewing. The next thing we're going to want to do is look at what's called the Municipal Code. So we'll come over here. We're just going to Google Municipal Code New Orleans. The first thing that comes up should be this library.municode.com. We'll open that up. You'll get a page like this where you can search short-term rental, and I'll give you 65 results. These are all the laws in New Orleans. So this is separate than the zoning code. This is the municipal code. They kind of operate together. That goes into showing what a short-term rental is. And so you're going to want to kind of read through frankly, most of this to get an understanding of what the laws are and what you're responsible for as a short-term rental operator. But for the most part, you can see that of all the chapters, there's really chapter 26 is the big one. So if we click into chapter 26, which we're in here, chapter 26, and scroll down to article 11, and click this, it'll bring us, we really want to go to the first one, division 1, section 26, 16, 13, purpose. Short-term rental. So you want to read through all of this. This gives your definitions of what a guest is, what a platform is, what an owner is, what permits are required, what are the fees, and explains all these different concepts in the law. And so this really is going to give you an idea of what responsibilities you'll have as a short-term rental operator and whether or not you can operate the short-term rental in the location that you're currently looking at. I hope this helps. If you found it helpful, please click the subscribe button so we can release more videos, or leave a comment so that we know it was helpful. If you want one-on-one guidance from an attorney at our firm about a particular property, you need some help understanding this, feel free to schedule an initial consultation and we'll explain our consult fee and how that process works. And take care.